Hi guys, you remember maybe a video that I've made that the Super Shift D in chadwm is now also Super Shift X is also a key binding to get out of chadwm. This is the ISO that we have from beginning of December. I've installed it with the easy installation, and basically this is a video in workflow that where you say systems get always updated and you install stuff, you update your system, right? So it's a stay rolling video, but it's also on how to keep configs running and keep the latest config on your personal home directory. So depending on the desktop you're on, often tiling window managers have their code not in your home directory, thank God. It's gonna go in etc scal, right? In here there's nothing, and you're right, but if you do view and then you do show hidden files, or remember Ctrl H, then there's a lot. And what we do if we don't really care is type scal, and scal is basically gonna copy paste everything over to your home directory. You can read all the text. There is a URL for you to open and listen to the videos and then read the text and so on. It's interesting, can be a blessing or a curse. So if you messed up scal, if you messed up i3, chadwm, bspwm, you name them, right? Qtile, you messed something up with a scal, you can reboot again because the correct configuration is back in. What's more, you'll make a backup as well. But my advice is make your own backups, right? Make your own backups. There is a backup, but why not make a backup? So if you have been working, so it's a workflow video. This is not about chadwm, right? It's not about that. It is because of a user asking, I can't figure it out, that we're making this video. But it's a workflow thing. So either you say, I'm gonna just make a copy of this guy, right? And that's what I do. And then I rename it. And I put mine behind it, right? Now, if you know you've done just a little bit of work in here, you do it here at this level. Doesn't really matter. It's both of them are fine, right? It's just, you know what folder you've touched. If it's polybar, it's polybar, right? If it's something else, you just make a copy. And with these two guys, if you have Meld, you can compare. And that's what we're gonna do. It's another Meld video, basically. Like I've so many videos already, but it's just to help this guy out, saying, okay, chadwm, we have something new, I can't get it to work, all right? So Meld is sudo pacman -s-meld. If it's not yet on your system, it depends on what system you are. And if you see this, it means literally what it says, database does not exist. Oh, right. Yes, please. Go grab the database first. And then it knows, okay, that's where the packages are, and then installs it. So now, only now, can I make a Meld between these two guys. So compare. Folders have no differences. Great, right? I would be surprised. I just made a copy. But later on, we'll do an update and another update, and you're rolling, right? And 6 years later, you're still updating. And that's the difference with other distros. This is a rolling distribution, ArcoLinux. So it's time to update. As you see, 117 updates. So it's also an how to keep rolling, how to update video. And the first thing we do is update. This will update these guys, right? Not the guys from AOR, but these guys. Now you know the references, everything changes. The Qt5 reference is changed in November somewhere. Everything changed in the Plasma naming convention. Not really changed, but hey, 100 like or 60 packages just got a 5 at the end, referring to Qt5. So we got to follow Arch basically, because ArcoLinux is just 10% of not Arch. 90% is ArcoLinux, and all the rest is AOR and our packages. So we're updating, and as you see, the ArcoLinux keyring is here. That's important. If there are errors on the keyring, you do sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux keyring, and there it is. And then you get that in, and then you update. Okay, first the keys, then update. Now we have also an update of ArcoLinux chadwm at this point in time, right? It's not gonna go on your home directory. Don't install things there in the home directory. We put them in here. So etc scal, that's the one that is actually interesting. You have to drag it twice. Yep, there it goes. So this is where the update went. And in the config, in the Arco chadwm, there is a power menu. That's new, right? That's new. So if I open another guy here, it says, okay, let me show what's this. There is no power menu. You see? So in order to have the same code that we use on an ISO, right? If you clean install it and update, or do the, well, easy installation or the advanced installation, right? Easy installation is this. And advanced installation, it will be already up to date. So that's for my video, my purpose. It's not useful. But if you use advanced, everything is copy pasted from the etc scal to your home directory. So voila, the power menu will be there. So that's done. So again, look at the left, mine, look at the right, scal, right? From, new stuff from. You can do two things. Basically, what we need is a comparison between these two guys. And what I would do is I was thinking about copy pasting and stuff like that, but why bother? Because super F5, you launch it, you tell them, hey, we're gonna compare folders. And then there's a logic in my brain. My brain says left is somebody else's and the right is mine. So the right is mine. So I don't make mistakes, right? And that's somebody else's. So etc scal is to the left, mine is to the right. Then these guys can go. I don't need these guys anymore. And then we compare. We don't want to see the same folders, so the same files. We're not interested in that. We want to see what's changed. What did we put on the next ISO, right? That's the power menu. We don't have the power menu. So the home, the right is mine. And we can say, let's copy to the right. So the power menu is there, it's gone. Both of them are the same and it's gone now. Config dev h. We have changed here kill bar chadwm, doesn't really matter because it's not used, right? Sure. I accept the change. So basically that's what we're doing, right? We accept the change. The config h is one that's, well, is the result of the build. And again, the same thing there. And here we start with all the changes. So first of all, let's stick to the new menu there. We need to have something to tell boot up. The power menu is super plus shift plus X. It goes to your home directory, to the .config, to the arco chadwm, to the power menu, right? If you don't have it in your home directory, it will never be launched. Done. Save. And this applies to i3, BSPWM. Let me say that again, right? It doesn't really matter. I have some nice wallpapers added to the list here. That's not important, but voila, there they go, wallpapers. And then the run. The run is the PAMAC tray. In my case, it's on, right, on my machine, but you decide if you want to have it on or not. Run PAMAC tray. And down here is the Octopi notifier. These are the results of the PAMAC not working and PAMAC now working again. You decide whether you take PAMAC tray or if you take Octopi. Choices. And you may have added more stuff to your list, right? Because down here this is run Spotify, Discord, Telegram, Dropbox, and so on. You decide more. Run this when I boot. The fetch is the memory total, so there's a new mem total config there, and here we're referring to the mem total. Done. Save. And then the bar. We have a space, it seems here, a dot. So a little bit more margin between, or padding between them. Save. And then I do a refresh, just to check what is now the really difference between the etc scal and mine. And the only thing is the run, which is good, right? Because you decide your own screens up here and a variety, you want it or you don't want it. I would like to have it, so okay, save, and I'm running it. At boot, I want to have each time another wallpaper, which is great and fun, right? And there we go. So this is the workflow to test it out. Let me play with var. Let's include something else. That's something specific that I use, and people see me do it, and they're wondering why, right? If I launch variety, because of the var, it has abstract, minimal, space, sci-fi, and simple. Otherwise I have to type them all the time, again and again. I'll type one, add, right? Add Wallhaven CC, and then I have to write a tag like nature or something. I don't know if that exists, and nature exists. So it's now grabbing images from nature. Well, that's the danger. This is also nature, it seems, right? So that's better. And then we have wallpapers that we fetch, and now we immediately can apply without doing work, right? Well, the only thing is Write is working at the back end and saying, here are all the wallpapers already have downloaded, and like this little line thingy. What's that? Let's see how that looks. Connection established. Wow. So let's log out. Let's log back in. And this is your new chadwm. We have not built it or anything because it's a menu, right? It's a menu. It's Rofi Super Shift X, and there it is. There's only one caveat that I need to figure out. I need to find a nice stop, a shutdown icon in this particular font that we use, and have not found it yet. So that's on my to-do list. And maybe the guys of BSPWM have a look. You have it too, right? There is one there too, but without icons, with text. So we don't have issues with icons. But I'm not giving up yet. So I'll find, hopefully I find, let's say it like that, a nice icon in our fonts that we use. And so we have there an icon too. That's it, right? Workflow. The configuration comes in etc scal. You have a home directory, you have your own configuration, you can dissect it and rewrite the code and so on, right? But if new code comes in, you compare and say, okay, I wanna add this line in, I will not add this in, and so on, right? You compare with Meld. That seems like the best way to do it. And again, doesn't really matter what you run. It's purely workflow, updating, comparing, deciding to have it or not. All right, cheers.